like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on Rap a Lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's real rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, no, be not. The line to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red Doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a, but didn't take a sin. I didn't even have no reason.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. And it's taken in at the 9. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Winston. Vita Vea able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Another try after the first down sack. Winston, left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
The target that time, Michael Thomas. But it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake, Winston. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
A good running there by Kamara on 1st down as he takes this ahead for a gain of 5. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it's 3rd down. Winston. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. Winston to Thomas there for the Saints' 1st down. From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. Now Winston. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But when the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Here's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. So from the 2, now they move back to the 7-yard line. First and goal. Brady now to throw. Forced out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Brady now on third and goal. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, Deontay Harris. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Winston now. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Already, he's top 50 receiving yards in this first quarter, and he's got a first down. Here's Winston. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. First down, Winston. Flushed out right. These two teams all tied after one. Looking to throw again on second down. Winston. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. And, Charles, this defense, I have to imagine, kind of licking its chops when you get a chance to face a team that's lost 3 straight.
And my surprise was listening to their head coach in his weekly presser, because normally you and I see guys that get up there and say, everybody's a threat any given Sunday, that sort of thing. But he was asked if this might be a trap game, and he essentially said he didn't see anything to worry about. Now, normally you say that to your team, but you don't tell us. You definitely don't say it to the media.
On third down, Winston. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Jameis now on first down. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw again on second down. Winston looking long for Thomas. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Looks good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the... And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Now Brady. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And you can't say enough about our man making the interception right there, Brandon. It's his 12th year in the league. And you told me before the game that he still got it, and he does. What a play that was to come away with the football.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
Winston now from the 50. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On second down, Kamara. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 41. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. To throw, Winston. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And down inside the 15 he goes.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From the red zone now, Winston. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Emulate, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And that was going to be off target and incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short. Now Brady. And that is incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. From midfield, here's Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Brady's throw complete there to Evans. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. He got 29 yards that time. Now Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Now Winston. Back to Kamara for another catch. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. To throw is Winston. Flush to his right. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Winston now to throw on first down. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To the air again with Winston. His throw incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. throwing, Winston. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Here's Winston. Eluding the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And how about that for just running out the clock? And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Here's Harris to return it. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. Winston to give. It's Kamara. Devin White, the Bucs' leading tackler in their Super Bowl run, in on this stop.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
81 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Here's Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
On second and goal, Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that will tie our game here in the third. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? To throw on second and 6, Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. They'll set up to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
On second down, Winston again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 43. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 43. A give. This is Kamara. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 50 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have moved out in front. Lutt's good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutt's to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Brady. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point put through by Succop. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them? And do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From just shy of midfield, Winston. And his pass incomplete.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A first down throw for Winston. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A 3rd down gain of 19. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On 2nd and 7, Winston. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown Saints. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Saints answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And some room to work. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game.
And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Here's Harris to return it. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Kamara. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On play action, Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down.
1st down and much more here for Jones.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. A give to Jones. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Brady. He completes this into the hands of Miller. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Down to the 25. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again to Jones. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
228 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Brady gives this one off to Jones.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And it'll be a hot time in Ybor tonight. The Bucs have won the football game.